Ready?
Hi, can you tell me your name and who you're with?
So I'm John Porter. I'm the program director that's responsible for funding of grants in the SMA field from the NIH, from National Institutes of Neurological Disorders and Stroke in particular. So I was in academics for over 20 years. I worked on muscle biology and came to NIH about 6.5 years ago. So basically my role there is to try to facilitate the funding of research in this area among the other areas I cover, muscular dystrophy and some other neuromuscular diseases. So basically I'm an advocate for funding in SMA at the NIH.
And Dr. Porter, how important has Families of SMA, has the organization been in the area of funding and future SMA research?
So I think one really nice thing is that this particular conference is that, it's a very open conference, and you look at the list of who's here at this particular meeting, virtually everyone that's working in the field, from basic science through clinicians, is at this meeting. And it's very important that we not be siloed, that we share information and share approaches. And I think this meeting does a very nice job of doing that. And we've actually given a conference grant to Families of SMA over the last 3 years, I think it is, that I've been working with Jill Jarecki and people in this field.
And Dr. Porter, how important is it for science and clinicians to interact with families here at the conference?
Well, I don't. When you look at the neuromuscular disease field, there's really very few drugs so far that have been developed specifically for a particular disease and have been approved by the FDA. This is a very difficult process. So I think it's hugely important that we collaborate, that advocacy groups, academic investigators, corporate investigators, government funding agencies, that we all work together and leverage each other's expertise and resources. Because it is a very difficult undertaking, and as I said, lots of things fail, that I think it's hugely important, and the families are really central to it, because I think when it comes particularly to clinical trials, with informing the researchers about what's important to patients as far as endpoints in clinical trials, that's what the FDA wants to know. The FDA wants to know that a candidate therapeutic modulates a symptom that is important to the life, daily living of patients. So I think all of those groups, it's very important that they all work together, and having this sort of meeting where you have the science in parallel with the family meeting, I think it is a very important thing to have happen.
Fantastic. Is there something specific that you are looking forward to during your time here at the conference?
Well, so my main role here is actually I can hardly look at posters as we go through the posters, because I get grabbed by people wanting to talk with me about their grant application. So that's really the role I serve here. Like I say, I try to facilitate the funding of research in this area. So,
Fantastic.
okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Lovely
Sure.
to meet you. Appreciate your time. Thank you.